Welcome to the next resort tour. This time we're at Little Cayman Beach Resort on Little Cayman in the Cayman Islands. Now this is a kids sea camp location and it's a very popular place to come and visit and dive. They offer valet diving, they have incredible rooms, plus one of the best reasons to come and dive Little Cayman is because you get to dive the famous Bloody Bay Wall made famous by Jacques Cousteau. But let's head in and let's take you around this beautiful resort in Little Cayman. Once you arrive in Little Cayman, you arrive at the airport, which is just down the road to my left hand side. Now the airport is very small, so it takes no time at all to get through. But don't worry, they'll be waiting for you. Little Cayman Beach Resort will have one of the drivers in the van behind me waiting for you guys to pick you up and take you down to the resort. It's only about a 5-minute drive, as I said, and once you arrive here, the driver will take all your baggage to your room, so you can head in and check in. Now reception is just behind me. Reception is open from 7 AM to 7 PM, timing with the flights. And when you arrive, you'll be given all the paperwork to complete and you have to give a card for incidentals. Now, once you've done all that, they'll make you watch a resort video. It's a great way of doing it. They play a video on the back of TV, as you can see in the overlay just now, and it will give you the whole resort tour, including how the diving works and how the restaurants work and the timing of all the food. That's very key when you're diving because you get very hungry, especially the time for the bar if you want to drink after the dives as well, and what time the pool is open for. Now, what they also have in here is they have a gift shop where they have some t-shirts, some souvenirs that you can buy as well, as you can see in the clip as well. Like, Little Cayman is a tiny island. It has a permanent population of about 160 people. It's only around about 5 miles long and 1 mile wide. So to get around is very easy. There's not too many shops, but they have little museums for you to explore and there's some stunning scenery. But what they have here at Little Cayman Beach Resort, like they have in Cayman Brac, is they have bikes. Now the bikes are easy, you just go into reception, sign for one of them, they'll give you the padlock and off you go to explore the island. Great way to see Little Cayman because you don't need a car because it's so small. It's a nice way to go explore this stunning little island. So the resort has 2 main restaurants. We have the Birds of Paradise restaurant just behind me, which is our main dining lobby area. This is where you will normally have your buffet breakfast, lunch and dinner if you're on the package for food. Now they also have a menu based as well, so if you're coming to visit the resort just for the day or you're not on the food package, you're able to order off the menu or join the buffet as well for an extra cost. The food is phenomenal here, it's stunning, it's great food, really enjoyable to eat, and they have lots of different options. And especially if you're vegetarian or vegan, you can put requests into the chef and they'll deliver that for you as well to meet your dietary requirements as well. Now breakfast is from 6:45 to 8:30, and then you would head off to the dive boats for your first dives. When you get back, lunch is ready for you, which is great after your first 2 tank dive in the morning. Now lunch is served between 12:30 and 2 PM, and then we also have dinner served at 6:30 to 8 PM as well. Now the staff are very friendly, you just give your room number and you're able to sit down and enjoy your meal. Now, there's another restaurant on property, which is Beach Nuts, which is the pool bar, which we're going to head over to just now. So here we are at Beach Nuts Beach Bar. Now it's right by the pool and it's a great place after the end of the day of diving to sit, relax with your friends and chat and look at all the memorabilia as well. If you look above me, you can see the roof is covered in plaques from different dive groups and dive individuals who've come and experienced the beautiful Little Cayman. Now it's so stunning to see. I really like spending time here and just reading everything, reading them all. They go back to like the 70s, 80s or something in the 90s. This is really cool to see as well. Now with Beach Bar here, you have a nice big bar around here and you also have some TVs up there. So again, if you wanted to watch a sport, football, American football, hockey, whatever, they have that on for you so you don't miss your games when you're visiting. Now what will happen here as well is this is where the dive briefs are going to happen the very first day you come out. So normally on a Saturday to Saturdays when the guests kind of arrive and leave, so on the Sunday morning they'll do a big dive brief for you guys. You'll learn about the boats, how the operations work, and it's a really good way to get everyone together and clear everything as well. So the pool area of the resort is right in the middle. As you can see behind me, we have some of the rooms behind me, and then the dive shop and the photo studio is just behind as well. Now, this is a great place to relax. They have sun loungers throughout the pool area. They have a hot tub, which I'm sitting in just now, which is roasting, but it's really nice and refreshing. And then you have this stunning swimming pool as well. And the swimming pool is great for teaching as well. It has a shallow end, very shallow for like kids, teaching kids, and it drops into some deeper water at the end, which is perfect for doing open water courses. Now they have so much more to offer, especially when you're sitting by the pool. They have food service and drink service where the waiters will come out and ask you your orders, so you really do not need to move at this resort. You can relax after a great day of diving, have food brought to you and enjoy your time here, or have a nice cocktail as well. They do make cocktails and have special cocktails every day, a different one from a different part of the islands, which is really cool. Now let's head over to the dive shop. So here we are at the dive shop, right on the beachfront with a dock running all the way out to the boats. Now they run 46-foot newtons here. They have about 5 or 6 boats. There, you can see them moored up behind me over here, but we also have some on the dock as well just now, waiting for the divers this morning. Now the operator here is Reef Divers. They offer valet diving. And what does that mean? That means that you do nothing at all. Everything's done for you, especially when you're getting into the kit. What happens is when you're ready to dive, they'll do the dive brief, draw the map up for you, explain the dive site, and then you sit on this bench at the end of the boat. They have 2 benches on each side, on the port side and starboard, and just between the ladders, a place to sit, and you just sit down with your mask fins and they'll bring the kit to you and get you all sorted in the kit, check that you're all ready to go, and then you jump in. You don't even have to put your kit on for you, they do it for you. So we're just outside the dive shop just now, and here on this board every morning they'll have the boat list and tell you what boat you're on, which makes it easier so you don't end up on the wrong boat or being confused. Now when you arrive at the dive shop, which is just behind me, you'll go in and complete all your paperwork. Now good thing with Reef Divers, they send everything in advance for you, so you can do everything electronically. But if you forget or miss something, you can do it in the shop as well. Now in the shop they have loads of memorabilia as well, souvenirs like rashes for Reef Divers, the Cayman Islands, t-shirts, they have chocolate, they have drinks as well for you need for the boat if you want. Now heading down along here, you see we have gear bags. Now what happens when you first check in, they'll give you a gear bag with a number. That gear bag is yours for the week or for however long you're staying here diving. What you do is it'll have a number, they'll put your name on it. You'll put all your gear in it, take it to the boat. Once you get your gear all set up on the boat, your BCD and regs stay on the boat for the whole time you're diving here. All you use that gear bag thereafter is to put your fins, your mask, your wetsuits in, so you can take it across to the drying room to hang up after days of diving and to give it a little rinse. Because you know what wetsuits like, they smell after a while of diving with them. So you want to keep them clean and fresh. Now, before every dive in the morning and in the afternoon, you'll come to the fill station. In the fill station is where you're going to analyse your nitrox tanks if you're on nitrox. As you can see, they have stations set up behind me, which is for filling your tanks. Now, how you fill your tanks, it's really important before every dive. Because you dive in nitrox, you want to understand what your mix is so you know how deep you can go to on your dives. Especially with diving wall dives, the depths will go down to well over 100 feet. And you know, if you're diving 32%, you can only go to a maximum depth of 111 feet, 110 feet, or around about 33 meters. Once you've done that, you then fill in the log sheets that has the name of your boat, and once you've filled that in and put all your information and signed it, your mix and tank numbers, you put it into the station area for your boat. So here, Paradise Divers, which is what I was on this week, then what they do is they'll take the tanks down for you. So again, you do absolutely nothing. Everything is done for you once you've got your tanks sorted. What we're going to do just now, we're going to take you out to the Newton dive boats. The Newton dive boats are stunning dive boats. They are very stable platforms for diving, and they're actually the leader in the Caribbean for dive boats. In Bermuda we had them as well, and I highly recommend them as dive boats. They're beautiful boats, they have it all nicely set up for you guys, and they have a flybridge atop, so if you want to sit up top to enjoy the dive, you can. But let's head over and check out the dock, where you get your weights and also the dive platforms. As I'm on the dive boats behind me, Sea Dreamer, you can see on the platform all the gear is already here. So after a day of diving, you just, as I said, you just take your bag with your fins, mask and wetsuits away, and your kit stays on the boat and they have it set up for the next day. Then they actually do rinse the gear for you, so they rinse it on the boat so it is cleaned every day for you, and then it's ready for the next day of diving. Now, as you can see, we have one Newton here, Sea Dreamer, and just behind me over here we have Paradise Diver, which I've been diving all last week, and then you can see behind me on the moorings they have another 3 Newtons, so they have 5 boats here. Now, when you come in, you need to know how much weight you have. Now, you don't get your weight from the boat or from the dive shop, you actually get it on the dock. They have this chest here on the dock that has all the weight you need. And what they have as well, a lot of people say it'd be nice to have 1-pounders, but that's not very common in the world. But what they do have in the thing here, we have 2 pounds, we have 3 pounds, 4 pounds and 5 pounds. You're able to select the weight you want for your dive to be what you're comfortable with. Now, of course, the very first dive you do with them is a check dive. So they want to make sure that you have enough weight for the dive, or if you have too much, they can adjust it. Now, as we make our way back to the resort from the dock, the diving they offer is a 2-tank trip in the morning with a 1-tank dive in the afternoon. Most of the dives happen at Bloody Bay Wall in the Bloody Bay Marine Park, or Jackson's Bight, just in the next bay over from Bloody Bay. That's on the north side of the island, and we're just on the south at the moment. They also offer a night dive mainly on Tuesday and Thursdays, but it mainly happens on Tuesday, but if the weather push out, they'll attempt it on Wednesday and then they'll attempt it again on Thursday. That is an additional cost of $70 for the night dive. Definitely worthwhile if you can get it, but it's very weather dependent. Now, what they have as well, right on the dock, when you come back after day diving, as I was talking about, they have the rinse tanks. They have the tanks here, which are for BCDs, regs and everything, once you finish your week of diving, and then behind me here we have the wetsuit tanks. Once you've rinsed all your gear, we have the locker room where you can hang up all your gear. Now, this is where you hang up your BCDs, your wetsuits, everything after a week of diving, but on a day-to-day basis, this is where you hang up your wetsuit and put your fins away as well. So of course, being a beach resort, as you'd expect, they're on a beach. They have a little beach on the front of the property where they have hammocks like I'm on just now to sit and relax, enjoying the view, looking at the dive boats, and especially that sunset at night as well. They have kayaks on offer for you to take kayaks out to go kayaking, but you have to go ask permission for them because the kayaks are mainly for the dive crew to row out to the dive boats on the moorings and bring them across for you. But if you want to use the kayaks, just ask the dive shop and they can arrange that for you. Now, also they have sun loungers all along the front as well, corn sack as well, games on the beach. They have some beach activities for you guys to enjoy and relax as well. Now, the resort has a great itinerary of events. They, in the evening, do different activities to keep the guests entertained. So on a Monday night, it's a managers meeting where you can have a few drinks and snacks for all the managers and get to know them. Tuesday night they have trivia, they have karaoke night on Friday, and they have other events going on throughout the evenings for you. Keep you guys all entertained all week and keep everyone happy, enjoying themselves in the beautiful Cayman Islands. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to now head over to the tennis courts, and then we're going to take you guys to the rooms. So if you want to do other sports as well, they have a tennis court here where you can rent tennis rackets and balls from reception to have a game with your friends after, and they also have basketball nets on each side. So if you want to play basketball with the kids, or your kids want something to do to get rid of them for a few hours, you can go rent a basketball from front desk and they'll be all happy playing in the sun, or you guys can relax at the beach pool bar. Now, they also have a drying area as well in the resort, which is great for you to dry your dive gear at the back, especially after a week of diving. And what they also have is they have guest laundry services. Now, especially if you travel a lot, you're traveling around the world, or you're going through a bit too many clothes because it's been bad weather, or you've just been enjoying the heat too much, shall I say, then there's guest laundry service here that you can arrange with reception and they'll get all your clothes washed for you. As we're making our way back towards the rooms, as I said to you, they're on both sides of the pool and the pool bar. So it's very easy to find your way around the resort. It isn't too big, so you're not going to get lost that easily. But what is great here is they have all these memorabilia signs from dive groups that have come here and travelled and put their plaque up. Just like on the roof of the Beach Nuts bar, they have them throughout the resort. Now we're going to head towards our room. Our room was a lower ground room, which is room 1112. Now at night it looks a bit like Pirates of the Caribbean because they have the lights outside. It's that orange glow hue that sits there and you really feel like you're in the Pirates of the Caribbean and really in the Caribbean. That's really cool, but we are going to head towards our room just now. Now, when you check in at reception, you get given one of these key fobs. Now, so it's easy to not lose. Now, some people might do it if you forget to put it in your bag, but honestly, it's on your wrist and it's very difficult to lose it. Now, how it works, it is waterproof, water resistant, but it's not dive proof. So what do I mean by that? It means you can take it in the pool, you can take it in the jacuzzi, you just can't take it down diving to depth. Now how you open your door is you just place the blue, larger part of the blue top on the door sensor, and the door sensor will flash green and the door opens up for you. Just like this, and let's head into the room. As we move into the rooms, you can see the rooms are well decorated. I'm in a twin room, so I have 2 twin beds, which are very comfortable mattresses, and you have an ensuite to the back. Now, what we also have in the room, we have a fridge with a kettle as well, so if you need to get your coffee, you can make a coffee for yourself in the morning, or you can head to the restaurant and get some coffee in the morning as well. Now there is a safe in the room, and we have a TV as well, which plays all the US channels. Now there is air conditioning in the room, so that is very refreshing, because especially in Caymans, when there's especially no wind, it gets really hot, and you definitely want a nice cold room after that day of diving. The plugs in the room are US plugs, so for yourselves it's very easy to come down, no need for adapters, but if you're coming from Europe, bring your adapters for US plugs. Now there is services throughout the resort, they will come and help to any needs, and it's daily room cleaning. Now we've been staying here for the last few days, and I got to say, the rooms are stunning to sleep in. You get a very good night's sleep. Maybe it's just because you're tired after a great day of diving, but the beds are very comfortable, and it has everything you need for your stay in Little Cayman. I hope you enjoyed coming around and exploring the Little Cayman Beach Resort with us. Now, as I said, this is a Kids Sea Camp location, and if this is a resort that you'd love to come stay or join the Kids Sea Camp, then check out familydivers.com just here, or the telephone number as well. Until next time, we'll see you guys on the next resort tour, and thank you for coming along and exploring Little Cayman Beach Resort in Little Cayman in the Cayman Islands. See you next time, guys.